Running YouTube, getting the trailer loaded up. We ain't done this for a while. I've actually got everything done. I'm getting ready to go get another Mustang. Shocker. But it's gonna eliminate, I don't know how to say it, it's gonna take one bad project and make it a good project. And for the money, it's worth it. Already a 5-speed car. If you watch the Miss Midnight Maverick, they had like a blue 4-cylinder LX car that they were giving away. This is absolutely identical to that car to a T. So we're gonna go grab it, get back and go through our spare parts. And this car is gonna be more like a driveway build. Like I said, it's got a 4-cylinder and a 5-speed in it. But we're gonna see how fast it takes from making a real dull, unhappy Mustang to something that was a real street brawler, say back in 99, 2000. Stay tuned. Getting us some petrol, cause it's a long way. Oh yeah. Something for a little Mexican or Italian. Alright fellas, we made it home. Now I offered, so let's talk about what we're doing here. Popped up on Marketplace, $700. And I seen it and I kind of looked through the photos and stuff. I thought, alright, you know, whatever. But it is a 5-speed car. 5-speed car, manual windows. You know, cool stuff. Let's see what the seats look like. I'm curious. I'm hoping they're not. So they're not ripped up. These look fine. Except for that poses a bit of a problem. I don't know what all we got going on here, but let me get this side loose. Raw and uncut. That's actually not too bad. Now, most interior pieces are in here, but this is what you're gonna get for $500. But the thing about this, it's complete. And I think the car's only got about 77,000 miles on it. The car had been sitting for 20 or 25 years, something like that. I don't recall. So we've got the stick shift, aftermarket sunroof, which kills the value, which also makes it cheaper. Driver's side frame rail looks fairly decent. However, the passenger side strut tire is completely gone. Now I committed to this, and I told the guy, I said, well, if it's not what I think it is, it's my loss. So I figured, I mean, I could easily get $500 in parts off this car. You know, pedals is almost half the battle there. I did spend $100 in fuel going and getting it, but it's complete. Scrub it real good, and I'm going to show you how cheap you can do one of these cars. Now, I'm not talking about a paint job, none of that. I kind of like the patina, and it's got a little bit of snake skin on it, which really adds to the patina, and I actually love it. So that's gonna stay. Looks like she took a little hit to the back. I am gonna pull this and put a new tail light in it. The hatch, well, it's just gonna stay like that. I'm not changing a hatch, I'm not changing anything. The most I would probably do is get the tin off of it and have it retinted. But I have a Ford Explorer motor that I paid, I think, $400 for it. 3-bar motor. I think it was a 96 model. I have a transmission. I bought a transmission and a bell housing for $400. And I know that's not typical. Going's about 4 to 6. But I was lucky enough to get it for 400 bucks. We're going to go through that Explorer motor, put it back on here, throw some valve springs, throw a cheap roller cam in it, and I've got a few rear ends. I picked up 2 the other day. One I paid $300 for because it had Moser axles, 31 spline, 355s. The other one I think I paid maybe paid $125 for it, or $150. It was out of a 98 Mustang. One of the axles was tweaked, but the tubes look straight, 355 gears. But now I have another rear end in the shop that has 14 gears in it that I give, I think, 120 bucks for it, or $125, but it was froze. And I think all that's wrong with it, I took the cover off and the differential looks brand new in it. The gears look brand new in it. But I think the axle bearings has seized on the axle. So once I get those things freed up, I plan to, we might put the 410 rear end under this, throw some exhaust in it. I've got a bunch of spare parts that I've decided I'm just not going to use on anything. And this right here would be a great dumping ground for them. So we're going to see how cheap we can build this car. And then we're going to see how fast it'll go. Stay tuned. All right, day number 2. Axel's out here with me. Now, in the past, I've had people kind of mention to me like, well, you know, you got a shop. Well, you got concrete floors. Well, you've got this. Well, you've got that. It's like, I don't use a lift. I kind of refrain from that because I want to keep it as real as possible for the everyday person. But if I keep getting excuses thrown at me from people like, well, you've got this, you've got that. Well, that's fine. I'm going to do this on the ground. I'm going to do it out here. And that's including welding in these strut towers. Basically, I mean, a MIG, and ideal is not the, you know, outside is not ideal conditions for a MIG. I'll have to wrap the front of this with a tarp when I crawl underneath there to weld all that in there and use a light. But I'm not going to use a garage, and I'm not going to use a concrete floor. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the floor. And anybody can do it. So, hey Macy, go ahead and check it out. You do all of them. For the most part, this car still has all the interior in it. Now, yesterday, I stopped and visited a friend of mine, and he has a new in the box Hurst shifter from the late 90s, early 2000s with the console plate for this car. And working on getting that from him. I mean, he just basically said, no, it's yours, I want you to have it. But I'm trying to get him to let me pay him for it. So that's absolutely a win, super win for this car. But needless to say, I've got to get started on it. We've got to get the engine loose. We got transmission loose. Pull all this out. I brought a vacuum cleaner down. I want to say the first thing I'm going to do is just get all the trash out of this thing, clean the inside of it out. All right, so we got most of this side cleaned out using our brand new Vevor 5-gallon vacuum cleaner. I got a feeling there ain't a seat left somewhere. Let's see if we can get this passenger side cleaned up. So this is where the foam was coming from. 100%. That was a entrance and exit. Just keep on grinding, keep on grinding. All right, so it ain't great. The V4 is, get out there, there's nothing here for you. But I will say, I was happy to see the floor's in good shape. It's usually a problem spot for them. Might have a little issue like over here. Them quarter windows leaking. You never know till it's too late. I'll pop this back seat back in. Everything's back in. I didn't vacuum the back of them seats, but it's somewhat presentable. Now she needs the Armor All treatment. We'll get the console back in here shortly. Not bad. And actually, this headliner looks really good. The map light was in the floor, so get this door panel straightened out here. A little rust, never hurt nothing. All right, so let's go from there. All right, now a lot of this wiring mess, they had fog lights on the front, and I'm gonna find out what exactly everything is being done, but there ain't much left in the fuse panel. So I got a feeling this is gonna be a week or two venture. I feel like my rag joint is out of it. No big deal. Got plenty of those. Let me see. I gotta put the lock cylinder in it. Oh boy, drilled it out. I'm gonna get that handled. I don't know. I'm just pretty excited about it. Need to get me a new. I think I've probably got half a dozen of these bezels laying around somewhere. I'm just super stoked about the manual windows. That this was a no AC car. I've got a 140 mile an hour cluster for it. Oh wow, this is nice. Aftermarket rear window defroster. That was common back in the day. I had a 90 model that had the aftermarket. I've got to take a seat apart. It's broke. I think I've done a video on that. Okay, so I need a rear view mirror. Well, these mice just get everywhere. This one's still really good. But yeah, super stoked about this.